Hello student, a very warm good morning to all of you. This will be the next video of Roman Empire. Today we'll see the economic condition of the empire. The empire had a substantial economic infrastructure of harbor, mine, quarries, brickyards, olive oil factories, etc. Wheat, wine, and olive oil were traded and consumed in huge quantity, and they came mainly from Spain, the Gallic provinces, North Africa, Egypt, and to a lesser extent Italy, where conditions were best for these crops. Liquids like wine and olive oil were transported in container called amphorae. The fragments and shards of a very large number of these survive meant in Rome is said to contain the remains of over 50 million vessels, and it has been possible for archaeologists to reconstruct the prices shaped of these containers, tell us what they carried, and say exactly where they were made by examining the clay content and matching the finds of with clay pits throughout the Mediterranean. In this way, we can now say with some confidence that Spanish olive oil, to take just one example, was a vast commercial enterprise that reached its peak in the year 140 to 160. The Spanish olive oil of this period was mainly carried in a container called dressel. After the archaeologists who first established its form, if finds of dressel 20 are widely scattered across site in the Mediterranean, this suggests that Spanish olive oil circulated very widely indeed. By using such evidence, the remains of amphorae of different kinds and their distribution, archaeologists are able to show that Spanish producer succeeded in capturing market for olive oil from there. This would not have happened if Spanish producer supplied a better quality olive at lower price. In other words, the big landowners from different regions competed with each other for control of the main market for the goods they produce. The success of the Spanish olive grower was then repeated by North African producer. Olive states in this part of the empire dominated production through most of the 3rd and 4th centuries. Later, after 425, North African dominance was broken by the East. In the later 5th and 6th century, Southern Asia, Syria, and Palestine became major exporter of wine and olive oil. And container from Africa shows a dramatically reduced presence on Mediterranean market. Behind these broad movement, the prosperity of individual region rose and fell depending on how efficiently they could organize the production and transport of particular goods and on the quality of those goods. The empire included many regions that had a reputation for exceptionally fertility, Campania in Italy, Sicily, the Fram in Egypt, Galilee, Byzantium, and Bactica in southern Spain were all among the most densely settled or wealthiest part of the empire. According to writers like Strabo and Pliny, the best kind of wine came from Campania. Sicily and Byzantium exported large quantities of wheat to Rome. On the other hand, large expansion of Roman territory were in much less advanced state. For example, Transhumanism was widespread in the countryside of Numidia. These pastoralist and semi-nomadic communities were often on the move, carrying their oven-shaped hut called Mapalia with them. As Roman state expanded in North Africa, the posture of those communities were drastically reduced and their movement more tightly regulated. Even in Spain, the north was much less developed and inhabited largely by a Celtic-speaking peasantry that lived in hilltop village called Cassilia. When we think of the Roman Empire, we should never forget these differences.